Hey guys, this is Caretaker Gamer, and this is my first top 10 list, and it will be on adventure games. Keep in mind, it will be one game per series, and these are games that I personally have played and enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments or whatnot. In the meantime, enjoy this video, and hope you guys have as much fun as I did making this. Kind of. For number 10, we'll start with Spider-Man 2, based off of the Tobey Maguire movie, and probably the best out of the three movies, because gosh, still can't get emo Spider-Man out of my head. But back to this. You play as Spider-Man as you swing around New York City, saving people from all sorts of mischievous and evil criminals. You can do challenges in order to earn some hero points, or you can just help people and beat the living crap out of all these criminals, which after a while they are no problem to you. And playing this rather recently again in order to get the footage, this game is kind of easy, but it is still very fun, even though that it's very limiting of what you can actually do when you're just free roaming around, which is just going up to people and saving them from criminals, supervillains, that kind of stuff. But it is really fun, and I will always enjoy playing it. In fact, I should just go back and play it right now. Thank you very much. Super Mario 64. Now, before you give me all your hate for having it at number 9, I consider where it should be placed out of this whole list of adventure games I had. And this month will be Mario month, so don't worry, Mario will be in the spotlight soon. Now this game, it's even a challenge still. Jump through paintings, go to all these different worlds, fight some bosses, and then of course fight Bowser. And sometimes when I went to these worlds, I just walked around, just explored them as a kid. So many different environments and challenges, and boy, I cannot get enough of this game. This has been the basis for most of the new 3D Marios, like Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. And then we have this new 3D Mario Maker game coming along soon, but I do not have a Wii U. But Super Mario 64, you've done great, and Nintendo, keep doing what you are doing. Jak 2, or as I call it, Jak and Daxter 2. This is a pretty good adventure game. It's kind of like GTA, where you just go around and steal people's vehicles, and you get a whole arsenal of weapons to take down your foes. Which, I gotta say, I like the choices and weapons that you have. As you adventure this city, bring on your snarky friend Daxter with you. But Daxter is kind of the only real heart to this game, because Jak is pretty bland, and also this is the first game where he talked. Kind of wish that he kept not talking. Kind of like the whole Link and Zelda thing, you know? This is a massive city to explore, and you go to different areas of the city to do quests, but they kind of, at least all the outdoor sections, they all look kind of the same. Dreary, dark, just not much variety. And Just, Jack, I really, just no talking, please. Daxter, you can talk all you want. We love you, man. I have already covered Bloodborne in a review, and if you click the little annotation thing, you could go and watch that review. But for this list, let me just say, I really loved exploring Yharnam. All the different sections you go to, the different enemies, and all the stuff you can find if you really look hard enough. Hey, you can't get some of the weapons if you don't have the certain badges. I love how this game looks and feels. The gothic, Lovecrafty, and horror. I know that I said for Jak 2 that everything kind of looks the same and dreary, but for Bloodborne, it fits. It just fits with everything. And all the secrets it has to offer. You can find so much about the lore of this game if you really look hard enough, and it makes the game just so much more interesting. That's why it deserves this place on this list. Fallout 3. You may think that this game should have been higher up on the list, but this is my list, so it's my rules. Fallout 3 is massive. A little too massive at times, because sometimes you just get flat out lost, or just get really bored walking to the place. Sure, you have some enemies on the way to go kill, but really, a lot of the time it's stuff you either don't need that they drop, and it's kind of a waste of ammo, unless you're totally melee based. I love post-apocalyptic worlds, and you may hate me for still having it so far up on this list. You should have been on number 1, but shush, my list. Fallout 4 is coming out soon. I'll be back in the spotlight soon. So, let's continue on before you guys all try to tar and feather me, you know? GTA 5. Boy, I can't get enough of this game. There's just way too much to do. Also, it's a great anger management game. I live in LA, traffic's awful, sometimes people are awful, and this is just a great way to do it legally. Don't go to jail, because what you're doing in that game are crimes, big crimes. I'm watching you guys. But this game is huge. There's just endless amounts of stuff to do, whether you're just free roaming, doing online, or even doing the missions. You can do a massive amount of things. There's just endless possibilities in this game. If you don't have it, what are you doing? Still waiting for Fallout 4? Star Wars Battlefront? Come on. You guys need to play this game. You probably all do. Why am I telling you this? Oh, you guys probably knew a Zelda game was going to be on this list, but it's not the one that even I was going to put on this list. In fact, I put Majora's Mask on this list instead of Ocarina of Time. Why, you ask? This game has so much to do in terms of side quests. The main quest has a ton to do by collecting masks and helping people. This game is all about helping people. You help them, you get a mask. If you do, sometimes you just get a heart piece. That's kind of lame, but oh well. This game's really interesting. Sure, Ocarina of Time had different tribes like the Gorons, the Zoras, the Gerudo, the Hylians, the Kokiri. I feel like the different tribes in Majora's Mask were more fleshed out. You got the Dekus, which normally are your enemies. There are still some that are your enemies, but this time they have their own little tribe. You still got the Gorons. They live on the mountain, but this time it's all frozen. Gotta help them thaw from the ice. the Zoras, and they have their own band. It's a pretty awesome band, I must say. I used to be in a band. That was many, many years ago. And you still got the Pirate Gerudos. And you got Ikana Canyon, which is just creepy in only 2 living inhabitants. Skyrim, another Bethesda game. And I know you guys would probably kill me if I didn't put this on the list. Skyrim. Massive medieval adventuring, killing dragons, dungeon crawling. Basically, that's all there is to it. Sure, there's a ton of lore, but let's keep it simple. There is just so much to do in this game. Fallout? Yeah, there is. But I found Skyrim to be much more entertaining, especially with all the monsters you have in such a large world, and they're pretty all close together. I must say, I've been surprised a few times by some giants that launched me up into the air, and I thought I could feel like I was on the top of Mount Everest. You all know this game, there's not much to say about it, you all love it, so let's just carry on to number 2. You all knew this was coming. Banjo-Kazooie! One of my favorite games of all time, that is why it's number 2. It is a collectathon adventure while you try to rescue your sister from the evil, wicked witch Gruntilda. Gruntilda, you know. The evil witch who is sarcastically mocking you the whole game. On your adventure, you have your best friend Kazooie, who's a snarky bird, kind of like Daxter, but all they can do is trust me, you all remember those sounds, the way they talked, the way this game was just so magical as a child from all these different worlds. It's kind of like Mario, where you go to the different worlds through these kind of portal-like things, but this game, in my opinion, did it a lot better than Mario 64. Mario 64 set it up, Banjo-Kazooie made it even better. If you don't like this game, I think you should go to the hospital. There's something wrong with you. Something wrong in the head. Number 1 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I cannot put this game down. There is just so much to do and see. This game is gorgeous. Almost real. It is real. I don't know what reality is anymore. Witcher 3, you play as Geralt of Rivia. You are a witcher, and your quest is to find Ciri, your kind of daughter. Well, you trained her. Let's just put it that way. You trained her, and you care for her like a daughter. As you search for Ciri, you encounter countless beasts and characters, which are magnificent and terrifying. And you have a lot of choices in terms of dialogue, and don't say the right thing. Be prepared to go for a fight. Make sure you're the right level, because you will end up in areas where you are incredibly underleveled and you will die. Trust me, you will die. This game has probably, at least from my gameplay, maybe around the same death count as Bloodborne. Nah, not that much. But this game is amazing. If you don't have it, go get it. Hey guys, thanks for watching my first top 10 video. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you enjoyed it. And if you missed my last review, it was on Dragon Age Inquisition. And if you look to the right, you can look at my most recent Let's Play. And keep a lookout for my Super Mario 30th Anniversary videos coming soon. See you guys later. This is Caretaker Gamer signing off.